Teacher Viola again for another teaching video. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share my video to your friends, family members who might need to improve their English ability. In this video, we are going to talk about another critical consonant sound for us Filipinos. This is the vibrating sound of V or V sound. If you are ready, let's start with our study today. Before anything else, let's try to study how we could properly produce the sound. Okay, to make the V sound, you have to rest your front teeth lightly on your bottom lip and blow as you vibrate. Blow as you vibrate. Then you can say, for example, value. If you want to know whether you are producing the vibration and the airflow correctly, or if you want to check your airflow and vibration, you try the paper test again. What is the paper test? Get a blank paper or a white paper and then hold it in the middle, put the paper in front of your mouth, and you try to produce the vibration and the airflow. If the paper will not move or will not vibrate, that means you are not producing the sound well. The proper way to produce this is you put your teeth resting lightly or a little on your lower lip, but not so tight, not tight, just slightly put on the lower lips. And when you blow the air out, you try to vibrate that air. It's like a car. It's the ignition of a car or ignition of a motorbike. Normally, we hate that sound, right? That noisy sound, particularly during dawn when you're sleeping, and then suddenly someone has to leave from the neighborhood, and that person owns a motorcycle, a noisy motorcycle. You will hear, vroom, vroom. Okay? If you contrast that with the B sound that we normally mispronounce, B is being made if we both put the lips together and then we release the air in an explosive manner, not vibrating manner, in an exclusive manner. Say, "Mm, mm, mm, mm." So you could hear at the end of the production of the consonant, there is an explosion. "Puh, puh, puh." And the lips has to be together. Okay? So it's the word when you say bottle, bottle, bottle. Okay? Why? Because sometimes among Filipinos, we confuse the V sound to a B sound or a V sound to a B sound. For example, we say volume, volume, instead of volume, volume. Or the worst is when you say bottle instead of bottle, bottle instead of bottle. Although the second one, the latter, is quite rare. The first one is the common error, but the latter, the second one, is very rare. But there are some cases. I heard about that when somebody said Vey, Manila Vey, Manila Vey. So I said Vey. So the mine is VIE, VIE, Vey. But it was not, okay? It was not that. So be careful when you vibrate your production of your sound, okay? Let's move on. And to move on, we have to practice the words, okay? We have here contrasting sounds, okay? Be careful because we have a different pronunciation with the first word and with the second word, or peg with the second word. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. I will say it first and then you follow me after. Let's go. Vase, vase. Your turn. Revel, revel. Your turn. Suave, suave. Your turn. Very, very. Your turn. Then, then. Your turn. Best, best. Your turn. Covered, covered. Your turn. By, by. Your turn. Vet, vet. Your turn. Marvel, marvel. Your turn. Okay, very good. You can always go back to these words, the list of words, if you want to practice it again and if you want to make it better, okay? But for now, we are moving on to the phrases. It's the same. I will read it first and then you're next. Curved tube, your turn. Brave boys, your turn. Clever beast, your turn. Never bold, your turn. Every bale, your turn. Live near the beach, your turn. Live for abroad, your turn. Bet for the vet, your turn. Blue vase, your turn. Bold moved, your turn. Black veil, your turn. Brown lips, your turn. Back view, your turn. Saved in the bank, your turn. Given as a bribe, your turn. Maybe your jaw is becoming unrelaxed now because you might be trying to exaggerate the production the way I do. But if you do that, the better it becomes because the key here is for you to practice the articulators that you have to use to produce the sound. That's the reason why we have to drill, because our articulators are like machine. So if you're not going to use it and use it properly, it's gonna be rusted. And once it's rusted, it's very hard to use it. That's why some people who became accustomed mispronouncing or misproducing the sound, that one came very handy when they say it. It's like natural to them. So to remove that, We really need to rehearse and remove the habit of mispronouncing or misproducing the sound. Okay? Our drill is not yet finished. This time, we are going to drill on some sentences. Are you ready? I will read it first and then you follow me. Number one, vents are banned along side streets. Your turn. Number two, the rebels rode the van to Vancouver. Your turn. Number three, he approved of setting the doves free. Your turn. Four, he took a bow, then pulled the lever. Your turn. Five, put the vase down on the side table. Your turn. Six, Victor wore the best vest in the West. Your turn. Seven, she savored the flavorful berries. Your turn. Eight, this is not suitable cupboard. Your turn. Nine, the rebels bombed Dr. Barron's laboratory. Your turn. 10, Vivian stayed in a barn where she was stranded in Libya. Your turn. Did you get it well? Was it hard? You can go back to practicing these sentences, and you can always go back to this video if you want to practice all the activities back. The key is do not stop until you made yourself perfect. Now, are you ready for the passage? Let's read this passage. I will read it first and then your turn. A vile VIP. When, when revising his visitor's version of a plan for a very well paved avenue, the VIP advised to reveal none of his motives. Eventually, however, the hapless visitor discovered his knavish reviews and confided that it was vital to review the plans together to avoid the conflict. Your turn. We're not yet done. Let's continue. The VIP was not convinced and averred that he would have it vetoed by the vice president. This quite vexed the visitor, who then vowed to invent an indestructible paving compound in order to avenge his good name. The VIP found himself on the verge of a civil war with a visitor with whom he had previously conversed easily. Your turn. Next, it was only due to his insufferable vanity that the inevitable division arrived as soon as it did. Never again did a visitor converse with a vain VIP, and they remained divided forever. Your turn. Did you get it perfectly? If not, no problem. You can always go back and you can always read according to your pace. Another key is try to do or work slowly and then try to move faster as you repeat and repeat the lines. Okay? In that way, the one that is always tied, the tongue, that's why we have tongue tied, because the tongue is somehow tied up from somewhere. So we have to rehearse that tongue so that it would not be tongue tied. So we have to practice and practice and practice until we make it perfect. Again, the cue is practice makes you perfect. Until here, we're gonna see each other for another teaching video next time. Okay? So this is teacher Viola again saying that if you like, comment, subscribe, or even share my teaching videos, a lot of people might be helped along the way without you knowing it. So goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.